Hello guys, welcome back on my YouTube channel. My name is Vlad and today we're gonna be talking about new product, new whiskey from Bimber Distillery. APOGEE Pure Malt, 12 years old. Quite recently I had this lovely pleasure to visit at Bimber Distillery a few weeks back, and I need to say this is very nice place. Very nice staff working there, very friendly people, and of course loads of whiskey, so that was great time. And when I was there, this whiskey has been presented to me. APOGEE 12 years old Pure Malt Whiskey. Before I will tell you something more about it, let's pour this lovely stuff to the glass, and as you probably noticed, we have some sample here. I will explain you what is this a bit later on. Before that, this whiskey, I need to say, is 46.3% of ABV, that's right, and this is cask strength, probably something around 58 or even more. That's why I'm gonna dilute this down to get closer to this level of alcohol. Okay, so we've got two glasses, two nice whiskies. I'll tell you a bit more about this one. APOGEE 12 years old is a new product from Bimber Distillery. If you know the Bimber Distillery, based in London, you probably noticed that the most of the whiskies coming up on the market quite limited. Of course, we had few releases, at least in UK, which were quite good available. Few online shops, online retailers offered that whiskey, so it was quite easy to find and buy. But as you know, most of the Bimber whiskies, they are quite limited. So we've got most of single cask or quite limited releases, which not too easy to find. Even if you find, they might be quite expensive. That's why Bimber Distillery, the owner, decided to release something more widely available. So in this case we have pure malt whiskey. This term has been used in Scotland as well, and that's mean blended malt. So pure malt is the same as a blended malt, but the guys in London, in England, they decided to stick to that previous term. Not blended malt, but pure malt whiskey. So blended malt whiskey, pure malt whiskey is created by the mix of single malt from few distilleries. So there is no grain whiskey in this bottle at all, only malt whiskey. So we've got more than one malt whiskey involved in this bottle. And what they did exactly, so they purchased some casks from few distilleries in Speyside and from the Highlands in Scotland, of course, and they brought these casks back to London, to distillery, and then decided to mix them up, create some blended malt whiskey or pure malt whiskey, as it said on the label, and that's the product, blended malt whiskey, pure malt whiskey. And then after that they put this whiskey to ex-Bimber whiskey casks, and that's the final product. The finish time, that was period around 5 to 6 months, and this is the final product after finishing. And probably you can see clearly difference in the color. I don't need to even use the white card to show you better how different this whiskey are. So this one is pure malt before finishing process, and this one is that pure malt after finishing process. Only 5-6 months, and you can see straight away the difference in the color is very huge. The plan was to create the whiskey which will keep the character of the Bimber Distillery, because as I said on the beginning, very low availability and the massive demand on the whiskey from the Bimber Distillery push the guys to create this pure malt, blended malt. So now I will tell you few more things about this nice bottle. As you see, this bottle looks really nice. Does it remind you any other whiskies on the market? Because when I've seen this bottle first time, my first thought was, this looks like Japanese whiskey. White label, beautiful carafe bottle, as you can see. Really nice looking bottle. Very elegant. And what is more important to us, whiskey lovers, whiskey geeks, is the presentation of that whiskey. In this bottle we have 46.3% of ABV, and what is important, at least to me and I think to the most of you, is this one. Natural color, non-chill filtrate. Natural presentation. That's what is important. So, presentation of this product, of this whiskey, is quite nice. So, let's dive into that whiskey before finishing, and then we'll try the final product and we can catch the difference between them. This whiskey on the nose is very fresh, very malty, oaty, I would say, oatmeal, some apples, pears, some vanilla, a bit, little spices, maybe some cinnamon. Very fresh, very juicy, and very nice. Let's check this one. Oh, that smells completely different. This one smells completely different. We have some notes of oak casks, vanilla, caramel, little a bit chocolate, I would say, and juicy peach, apricots, stone fruits. It's quite thick on the nose, quite dense. Some cloves, a bit of cinnamon. It's quite sweet as well. But the main aroma is that touch of oakiness with that, I would say, bourbon aspects, and that lovely juiciness, fruit juiciness. Smells really nice, to be honest. Smells really nice. Let's taste this one first. quite sweet, quite nice. Quite similar to the nose, to be honest. So we have loads of malty aspects, oat aspects, and that fresh fruit, orchard fruit juiciness like apples, pears, touch of cinnamon. When we swallow, a bit spiciness coming up on the tongue. Very nice, very fresh, very fresh whiskey. And let's taste this one. I really like this one. Initially, sweetness, touch of oakiness, vanilla, caramel, touch of chocolate. Also quite similar to the nose. Loads of stone fruits, juicy peaches. That juiciness is really prominent in this whiskey. It's very nice. When you swallow, little bit spiciness coming up. Very nice spiciness, and that spiciness works beautifully with that sweetness, with that juiciness. There is some cinnamon, cloves. I need to say this whiskey is quite oily, beautiful coating the mouth, thick, dense with that fruitiness, oakiness, with that bourbon aspects. It tastes really nice. When you swallow, nice mouth coating, sweet, fruity, vanilla, caramely, and when we're going towards to the end, to the finish, this is like a orangey marmalade coming up, something like walnuts, something more dry aspects coming up. And on the finish, this whiskey is beautiful, fruity, a little spicy, touch of chocolate, touch of creaminess, that vanilla. That's really nice finish. It's not too long. I would say it's medium finish, but it's very nice and enjoyable finish, to be honest. So I need to say I really like this whiskey. What about the price? In this case, the price of this bottle, at least in UK for now, is 59-60 quid. I've seen this bottle on the Whiskey Exchange, I think, and the Master of Malt for 59 and something, less than 60. And of course this bottle is available on the Bimber Distillery website, Bimber Distillery shop, for similar price, something under 60 quid. Is it worth it, 60 quid? I think yeah, I think it's worth it to pay for this 60 quid. To be honest with you guys, I didn't pay for this bottle at all. This bottle has been gifted to me by Distillery, but I think I would pay for this whiskey 60 quid. Not because it's perfect whiskey, not because it's great whiskey, it's the best whiskey which I ever tasted. No, no, no. Because this whiskey has been created to recreate the Bimber Distillery character. And I need to say, they does really great job. Really, this whiskey has that Bimber Distillery character. The finish process, only 6 months in the ex-Bimber casks. That time was enough to recreate, to push that Bimber character from this product to this whiskey. And in my opinion, this is very good and great job done by the Bimber Distillery. So honestly, I would pay 60 quid for that bottle, because I think if you are a big fan of the Bimber Distillery, there's nothing to say about it. Thing is, if you remember the first release, the bigger release, 5,000 bottles, that was Richard Oak, I think. The price on this whiskey was around 65-70 quid. Of course, single malt whiskey. Okay, that's fine. But only 3 years old. Okay, 51% of ABV, but still, that was only 3 years old whiskey. And in my opinion, this one tastes better, definitely better than that first bigger release Richard Oak. And this one is of course cheaper. And you know, that was 51% of ABV. Here we have 46.3. That was single malt, that's pure malt. But this whiskey has 12 years old age statement. I think this bottle is worth to pay 60 quid. If you like this video, you know exactly what you should do now. Just press the like button and then press the next button, which is subscribe button, and leave me the comment what you think about Bimber Distillery, what you think about the products coming off the Bimber Distillery. If you had an opportunity to try this already, just share your opinion on the comments below. Thank you very much guys for watching this video, much appreciated. Thank you for your support, thank you for your time. Take care about yourselves, about your families, and hopefully see you soon next week. Cheers guys, thank you.